Hi, and welcome back to another video. Sorry if I sound sick, because I am. Well, not really sick, I think it's allergies, and me and my daughter are just going through it. And I'll explain more about what's been going on lately. Right now, I'm going to explain how I'm doing this design. So, what I've been doing is measuring from underneath the shoulders, and you do shoulder to shoulder, and apparently, this is the exact like chest line, or this is the center of the chest from side side to side, top to bottom. Anyways, and then I want to take the center of the collar and go down, and that is where the exact chest middle is. But I do measure a couple of inches from the top, and that will be where the design starts at the top from the center down. But a lot of people, they fold the shirts in half to find the center, but I feel like when you do that, sometimes the shirt can be stretched out or manipulated in a way. I like just laying it down flat and measuring it this way. Also, if you want to go the extra mile, if you go from side to side of the collar and down, that will also show you like where the chest is and where the design should be exactly in the middle, because your chest, it goes basically all the way underneath your armpit. So when a lot of people do designs on mass producing prints and stuff, that's how they measure it. But I find that a lot of the crafters, they measure it a different way, but I've been doing it this way because that's like what big manufacturers measure it, from my opinion, or from what I'm seeing. But after I measured the design, I then cut it out, and this is me ironing it on. Hopefully I explained that first part a little bit pretty well. But oh, this design I also drew out, but you can get this design on Etsy for like $5. I just drew it out. One, I'm glad I did, because the little symbols like the smiley face, the peace sign hands, and the lightning bolt, it was like way too thin, so I thickened up the lines. But other than that, that's all I did differently to that design. As you could see, I was using that gray pad and it was way too thick. The heat wasn't getting to it, so I don't have Teflon paper. I know I need to get some, but this fabric, it's a fabric that I've been using, and it was a curtain, or it was a piece of a curtain, but the cloth is so thick and so nice, and it heats up the projects well, that I just use that and it works perfectly fine. But while I'm pressing it, let me tell you. So, obviously, y'all know I am pregnant. I made the shirt for my daughter because now she's a big sis, and she's in her big sis era. She is excited. I'm excited. My husband's excited. We do know the gender, but I will not be announcing that until after our gender reveal, which our gender reveal is on the 23rd. It's on my daughter's birthday. And for her birthday party, we are having a 3Rex party, but it's also going to be a gender reveal. And our daughter basically is going to be announcing whether it's a boy or a girl. And I think it's so cute because we have little stickers that say he Rex or she Rex, and she's gonna be a 3Rex, so it's like a little punny wordplay on T-Rex and stuff. But it's gonna be dinosaur themed. We even got a dinosaur bounce house and all kinds of stuff. Of course, I'm gonna film it. I'm not gonna film my kid or anybody else's kid, but I'll film like all the decorations and stuff. I got like decorations on Amazon. It was like a 50-piece set with like dinosaur balloons and stuff for like $20. So I highly recommend going to Amazon's for some party stuff instead of like trying to get a whole theme together by yourself. That is like perfect. It like had the whole theme set up, and all I had to do is pay for it, and now I'm waiting for it to get shipped to my house. Oh, sorry. But so life lately. We did have a passing in the family. So Josh's grandmother did pass away around, I think it was February 12th, and we had to go to that for the funeral. And it was a nice little, you know, memorial service type thing, funeral service. I just rather like to call it a memorial service, but we are kind of sad that our grandmother, or Josh's grandmother, will not get to see her second grandkid from us. But we aren't the only ones. We also have a cousin, or one of Josh's cousins. His wife also is pregnant, so me and her kind of like, you know, we accepted that, we at least got to tell her that we were pregnant again, and hopefully in heaven she is watching over both of our pregnancies, and we are just praying for happy and healthy pregnancies for the sake of, our mama, and, that even in heaven she'll look down and see that, we raised a bunch of great grandbabies for her, or great grandbabies. But Ellie, she is still too young to really realize it, but she still wants to go play with her mama and go visit her mama, which is like sad. But we tell her that she can't play with her anymore. Mama's in heaven, she's with Papa, and she is happy, and she is still looking, or she is still with us and stuff, but spirit in spirit. And of course our daughter doesn't really get that, but it's just, we have to always explain that to her. But yeah, with that being said, you know I was kind of taking a few breaks to kind of relax from that, because I don't need to be stressed. I don't need to be too sad about it. Again, I'm pretty sure she put in a good word to God that we'll have a happy and healthy pregnancy and stuff. So, but when the baby is born, we'll definitely have her picture and stuff in there for her. I'm actually trying to see if she has any more shirts or like quilts and stuff that I could either, one, the quilt I could just keep and have for Ellie, but if I can get her shirts, I want to make a quilt out of her shirts. But I don't know if they still have any of her clothes. But anyways, after we went through that whole thing in February, then I got super duper sick and nauseous. The pregnancy hormones were definitely kicking in. I was basically just in a chair trying not to vomit for 3 weeks, and I finally saw my doctor, because you only get to see your doctor every month or whatever. But it was like that after I saw my doctor the first time, or to confirm I was pregnant, it's like when I got home I was definitely feeling it. And so after a month of feeling sick, I went back and asked him if I could have some nausea medicine, because I was like losing weight because I was getting sick a lot. And so I got some nausea meds so I could eat and eat more. And now that I am eating more, well, I'm eating more frequently, smaller portions, but more frequently. And it's helped a lot. I am definitely taking all my prenatals. I actually had to bump up. I went from Lexapro to Zoloft. Zoloft apparently is better when you're pregnant, but I went from like 20 milligrams of Lexapro to now 50 milligrams of Zoloft, because I was very emotional. I was crying nonstop. Like, I could not get my emotions in check at all. So my doctor, he was like, I think it's just good that we put you on another meds, and now I feel so much better. I did go through, while I was not feeling good, I was going through a whole month of getting used to the Zoloft. Because if you don't know, when you bump up your meds, especially stuff like Zoloft and Lexapro, they're kind of the same thing, but Zoloft is better for pregnancies. But definitely it puts you through like the sleepy phase for like a month, and after you get over that, you feel nice and regulated. And I've been doing so much more. I've been cleaning around the house. I've actually, this is the next update, I have been trying to move out of my craft room. My craft room is going to be Ellie's new room, and Ellie's old room is going to be the baby's nursery, which we don't have to really worry about. We got like a whole year and a half before that happens, because we do have our baby in the room with us for at least 6 months, if not to a year or something. depending, like with Ellie, we kept her in a bassinet for 6 months, and then after 6 months, we had her in like a pack and play for a year in our room, and then we moved her to her crib, and it worked out really well that way. Me mentally, it worked out really well because I want my baby near me 24/7, and SIDS really freaks me out, and it still freaks me out to this day because I found out kids at 4 have been, you know, victims of SIDS, and it still freaks me out to this day. I don't think I'll ever stop freaking out as a mom until like my kids are grown or until I'm dead. Because it just scares me every single day that something bad's gonna happen to my kids, and I just don't want that for them. I want them to live happy, healthy lives, and that's why I have to get on meds, because like that's where my brain goes every single time as a mom. Like I don't know if any other moms relate, but that's why I get on meds, so I don't think about that so much. I just, think about the positives. But yeah, so my craft room is a mess. It's got a mix of baby stuff because we are taking everything down from the attic, and we were about to get rid of some of the stuff, and luckily I got pregnant, so I'm like, great, thank God I didn't get rid of that. So we do have stuff for the baby. We got hand-me-downs, we got old bassinets, old cribs, old stuff that we need to bring down, but we also need to take some stuff out of this room. We're getting rid of a queen size mattress, we're getting rid of the bed frame that we had built for it, and we are moving my stuff from inside out to the shed. And my husband, he is putting a air conditioning machine in there, so everything is nice and well ventilated and doesn't get moist or anything like that, especially through the hot summer. But this is the final look of this shirt, and that's pretty much all of my updates. If y'all have any more questions, please comment down below. Maybe I'll do a Q&A or just a life update in general. But yeah, hopefully y'all subscribe. I got a lot going on. If you like videos like this, please follow. We are 5 subscribers away from 1K. So share with your friends, tell your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, and happy crafting.